What is up, guys? Welcome back to NGB Stories. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. Let's get straight to today's story without any delay.
The voice inside your head is not always your friend. Sometimes it tells you things that are not true. It can lead you straight into a disaster. I'm talking about your emotions. These are powerful feelings that seem to know what you need. But here's the secret. They usually do not. Your emotions were made for a different world. They were made for survival in the wild. Anger helped our ancestors fight threats. Fear kept them from being eaten by predators. But we do not live in that world anymore. We sit in offices. We navigate complex relationships. We build careers. In this modern world, those old reactions are dangerous. They can destroy the life you are trying to build. Think about how many times you said something in anger. You probably regretted it instantly. Think about the opportunities you missed because of anxiety. Think about the relationships you damaged because you could not control a reaction. Every day, you make choices based on feelings that only last a few minutes. But the consequences of those choices can last for a lifetime. Welcome to NGB Stories. If you want to master your life, you must master your mind. Please subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into human potential. Today, we are exploring the art of conscious response. The most successful people in the world are not just smarter than you. They do not have a secret advantage or better luck. What they have is space. They have learned to create a gap between what they feel and how they act. They have mastered the art of not reacting. This does not mean you become a robot. It does not mean you pretend you have no feelings. It means you take back control. You work with your emotions instead of letting them run you. You choose a response that fits your goals. You do not just act on how you happen to feel. By the time we finish this journey, you will see yourself differently. You will have the tools to turn your reactions into powerful responses. Most people are unaware of the damage they cause. They think losing their temper is just part of being human. They think being volatile is a sign of passion. But this mindset is destroying their potential. Imagine you are in a meeting. A colleague asks you a simple question. It is not even aggressive, but your chest gets tight. Your face gets warm. You start defending yourself with a sharp voice. You think you are standing up for yourself, but everyone else sees something else. They see someone who cannot handle feedback. They see someone who puts their ego above the team. That moment stays with people, and they might not include you in the next big project. Or think about your life at home. Your partner mentions the dishes. You are tired from work. You hear it as a personal attack. You fire back with a mean comment. 10 minutes later, a small talk is a huge fight. It will take days to fix the damage. Your brain is running old software. It sees a social threat like it is a physical attack. It floods your body with stress hormones. Blood moves away from your thinking brain. You literally become less intelligent in those moments. These hormones do not just vanish. They stay in your system for hours. One morning argument can ruin your whole day. One bad email can ruin your entire week. You get trapped in a cycle. Research shows that losing control changes your brain physically. The part of your brain for rational thinking gets smaller. The part for emotional reactions gets more sensitive. You are training your brain to be worse at the skill you need most. Think of the financial cost. Think of the missed deals because you got defensive. Think of the relationships you burned. It is a high price to pay. Every time you lose control, you withdraw from an emotional bank account. You teach people to walk on eggshells around you. Your kids learn that this behavior is normal. Your partner wonders if they can count on you. Worst of all, you lose respect for yourself. You start to believe you are just a reactive person. But that is not true. This pattern is just a habit, and habits can be broken. Your brain is not trying to sabotage you. It is trying to protect you. It just uses an outdated system. There is a part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as a smoke detector. It scans for danger all the time. For our ancestors, it was a lifesaver. It triggered instant action against predators. But the amygdala cannot tell the difference between a tiger and a mean email from your boss. It treats a disagreement with your spouse like a life or death situation. This is an emotional hijacking. Your rational mind goes offline. You operate on pure instinct. This is bad for a productive conversation. Your brain also learns the wrong lessons. Every time you get upset, your brain files that as evidence of danger. Your list of threats gets longer. This is why people who have been hurt before become hypersensitive. Their alarm goes off earlier and earlier. It makes them more vulnerable, not safer. Your brain also has a negativity bias. It remembers pain better than pleasure. It looks for problems even when things are going well. Your emotional brain is also much faster than your thinking brain. By the time you realize you are angry, your heart is already racing. You are already in reaction mode. The modern world makes this worse. Social media, news, and constant emails keep our alarms on. We never get a break. When you are always on alert, you become hypersensitive. Minor issues feel like huge disasters. Lack of sleep makes it even worse. If you are tired, your amygdala is 40% more reactive. You are literally wired to lose control when you are exhausted. But there is hope. You can train the thinking part of your brain to take over. You can build new pathways. There is always a tiny gap between a trigger and your response. In that gap lies your power. That is where you take back your life. Emotional mastery happens in levels. Most people are at level 1. This is unconscious reactivity. You are on autopilot. Something happens and you react instantly. You have no conscious choice. You think your emotions are facts. You say things like, "They made me mad." You have no awareness of the space between what happens and what you do. This makes you unpredictable. People do not know which version of you they will get. This destroys trust. Level 2 is conscious reactivity. You know you are reacting. You know you will regret it, but you do it anyway. You feel justified in the moment. You point at others to explain your behavior. You see the gap, but you do not use it. This level is frustrating because you know better but still fail. It erodes your confidence. Level 3 is where real change starts. This is conscious response. You feel the emotion. You recognize it, but you choose how to act based on your values. You might feel angry but speak calmly. You might feel scared but take action anyway. You understand that emotions are just information. They are not instructions. You train yourself to pause and breathe. This takes practice, but it changes everything. Level 4 is emotional transformation. This is the highest level. You do not just control the response. You transform the emotion itself. You turn anger into motivation. You turn fear into excitement. You turn disappointment into curiosity. You develop a deep understanding of your patterns. You can often stop negative emotions before they start. You become the director of your life. You are no longer just an actor reading a script written by someone else. This journey is not a straight line. You might be good at work but struggle at home. That is normal. The goal is progress, not perfection. When an emotional storm hits, you need a system. You need something simple. You need the pause method. This is an emergency protocol for your mind. P stands for physical stop. The moment you feel a reaction, stop what you are doing. If you are typing, take your hands off the keys. If you are arguing, close your mouth. This sends a signal to your brain that you are in charge. Your body gives you clues early. Look for a tight jaw or a fast heartbeat. These are your warning signs. Do not finish your sentence. Just stop. That temporary awkwardness is better than permanent damage. A stands for anchor your breathing. You must activate your body's calm down system. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 6. The long exhale is the secret. It tells your nervous system to relax. Repeat this 3 times. Give yourself the time you need to think clearly. U stands for understand the reality. Ask yourself what is actually happening. Separate the facts from the stories in your head. Someone did not text back. That is a fact. The story is that they are ignoring you. Maybe they're just in a meeting. Look at the situation like a neutral observer. Do not judge yourself for having the feeling. Just notice it. S stands for select your response. Ask what response fits the person you want to be. If you want a good relationship, what should you do? Sometimes the best response is no response at all. E stands for execute with intention. Follow through with your choice. Do not second-guess yourself. Trust the decision you made in a calm state. The more you practice this, the more powerful it becomes. Eventually, you will catch yourself before the damage is done. There are also advanced techniques. One is perspective shifting. Your emotions are caused by how you interpret events. If you change the interpretation, you change the feeling. Imagine people looking at their phones during your speech. You could think they're bored, or you could think they're taking notes on your great ideas. Both are possible. Try to find 3 different ways to look at any situation. This stops your brain from jumping to bad conclusions. Another tool is emotional labeling. Get specific about what you feel. Do not just say you feel bad. Are you frustrated, or are you disappointed? Naming the emotion activates your thinking brain. It cools down the reactive part. This helps you make better decisions. You can also use your body to regulate your mind. If your mind is too loud, let your body lead. Try progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and release your muscles from your toes to your head. This tells your nervous system it is safe to relax. Cold water is also a great tool. Splash it on your face to shift your system out of stress mode. Movement is also key. Exercise helps process the energy of an emotional reaction. You can also use timeline shifting. Ask yourself how you will feel about a problem in 1 year. Most things that upset us today will not matter then. This puts things in perspective. And finally, remember energy accounting. Emotional control takes energy. If you are tired or stressed, your control drops. Take care of your health to keep your mind strong. True resilience is built during calm times. You cannot learn to swim while you are drowning. You need daily practices. Sleep is the most important foundation. If you sleep less than 7 hours, your brain cannot regulate emotions well. Your room should be dark and quiet. No screens before bed. Nutrition matters too. Your brain needs stable fuel. Avoid processed foods and too much caffeine. Eat protein to keep your blood sugar steady. When your body is unstable, your emotions are too. Exercise is also a requirement. It grows new brain cells and helps you handle stress. It is a form of controlled stress that prepares you for the real world. You also need mental flexibility. This is the ability to see many perspectives. Read books that challenge you. Talk to people who disagree with you. Expand your mental models. Learn to be okay with uncertainty. Most reactions happen because we want to control everything. If you can accept that life is unpredictable, you will be calmer. Having a purpose also helps. When you know why you are doing something, the struggle is easier to handle. Connect your daily work to your values. Use strategic stress exposure. Put yourself in small, challenging situations on purpose. This builds your emotional muscle. Then, when a real crisis hits, you are ready. Finally, make time for recovery. Meditation and time in nature are not luxuries. They are needed to keep your system running. Science shows that your brain can actually change. This is called neuroplasticity. Your brain is not set in stone. It is always rewiring itself based on your choices. Every time you choose to stay calm, you build a new neural pathway. It makes the next time easier. You can even use visualization. Mentally rehearsing a calm response builds the same connections as doing it for real. Your prefrontal cortex is the executive center of your brain. With practice, this area gets thicker. At the same time, your amygdala actually shrinks. Your brain becomes more accurate at detecting real threats. You stop having false alarms. There are other brain regions involved too. The anterior cingulate cortex helps you notice a reaction starting. A stronger one lets you intervene earlier. The insula helps you notice bodily sensations. This gives you those early warning signs. Even your default mode changes. Most people default to worry when they are not busy, but with practice, your default becomes a state of peace. Your brain chemicals change too. Serotonin and GABA increase. These help you feel calm and stable. Cortisol, the stress hormone, goes down. This protects your body from disease. Be careful who you spend time with. Your brain has mirror neurons. They copy the patterns of people around you. If you are with reactive people, you will become reactive. If you are with calm people, your brain learns to be calm too. High-stakes moments test your training. Pressure is something we create in our minds. It is not external. Two people can face the same situation and feel different things. Control your narrative. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "This is a chance to use my skills." Elite performers do not ignore the difficulty. They just frame it in a way that helps them perform. Use physiological preparation. Stress inoculation helps you build resistance. Cold exposure or intense exercise trains you to stay calm while your body is stressed. Manage your attention. Under pressure, your mind scatters. Focus only on the next immediate step. Make everything else background noise. Focus on the process, not the outcome. You cannot control the final result, but you can control your effort and your technique. This takes the pressure off. Always have a backup plan. Knowing what you will do if things go wrong reduces anxiety. But once the action starts, stop planning and start executing. You can also turn negative emotions into fuel. Do not just throw them away. Anger has energy. If you redirect it toward solving a problem, it becomes powerful. Some of the greatest things were built by people who were angry about a problem. Fear is a guidance system. It shows you what you value. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting while you are afraid. Sadness shows you what truly matters to you. It helps you find your authentic values. Frustration is a sign that you care about improvement. Turn it into determination. Anxiety is a planning tool. It points to things you need to prepare for. Get specific about your worries to turn them into action plans. Approaching these feelings with curiosity instead of resistance changes everything. They become your rocket fuel. Confidence comes from evidence, not just thoughts. You build it by facing hard things and surviving. Do not wait to feel confident before you act. Action comes first. The feeling follows. Real confidence is internal. It is emotional self-reliance. You know your mood does not depend on others. You can generate your own peace. Build competence in things that matter. Problem-solving and communication are meta skills. They work in every situation. If you know you can learn and adapt, you will not be afraid of new challenges. Keep your actions aligned with your values. This is integrity. It gives you an inner strength that people can sense. This unshakable presence is magnetic. Always look at your evidence. Keep a journal of your wins. This helps you fight the brain's negativity bias. You start to see your real potential. In relationships, emotional control is vital. Most fights are not about the dishes. They are about unmet needs and old triggers. Choose connection over being right. Prioritize the relationship. Take responsibility for your 50% of the interaction. You cannot change the other person, but you have full control over your response. Be a de-escalator. When someone gets loud, you get quiet. When they get critical, you get curious. This breaks the cycle of conflict. Separate the person from their behavior. Maybe they are just stressed or tired. This helps you stay calm. Master the pause. Say, "I need a moment to think." This can save a relationship from a week of fighting. Use emotional redirection. If someone is angry at you, acknowledge their feelings. Then move the talk toward a solution. This takes great strength, but it works. Leadership is about emotional influence. People follow leaders who make them feel capable. Your emotional state is contagious. If you are calm, your team will be calm. If you are anxious, they will be too. Create psychological safety. When people make mistakes, respond with curiosity, not blame. This makes it safe for them to be honest and innovative. Practice strategic authenticity. Be genuine about your feelings, but express them in a way that helps the situation. Become a conflict transformer. See disagreements as a chance to find better solutions. Stay focused on understanding different views. Finally, lead with empathy, but do not absorb other people's stress. You can be supportive without being dragged down. This provides the stability people need. Create a personal operating system for your mind. This makes mastery automatic. Have a daily routine of mindfulness and breathing. Design your environment for success. Unfollow accounts that make you angry. Spend time with people who lift you up. Identify your triggers. Know what makes you lose control. Have a plan for those moments. If someone criticizes you, have a set phrase ready like, "Thank you for the feedback. Let me think about that." Have recovery protocols. Know what helps you bounce back after a hard day. Do not wait until you are burned out to figure it out. Track your progress. Rate your emotional control every day. This keeps you honest and shows you where you are growing. Your system should evolve as you change. Review it once a month. In critical situations, your mastery is the only thing that matters. In a crisis, your calm is a superpower. While others panic, you focus on the next step. In negotiations, separate your ego from the result. When you do not need to win to feel good, you cannot be manipulated. If you are being judged or watched, focus on serving others. This stops performance anxiety. When dealing with difficult people, do not take it personally. Their behavior is about their own internal mess. Stay strategic. Handle success and failure with the same balance. Both are temporary. They are just information for your next move. The long-term effect of emotional mastery is like compound interest. Each small choice to not react builds up over time. You build deep trust in your relationships. You get a reputation for wisdom. You make better decisions in every area of life. You become anti-fragile. This means challenges do not just leave you okay, they make you stronger. Every hard situation is just more training. Your journey starts now. Knowledge is not enough. You must take action. There will be setbacks. You will fail sometimes. That is okay. This is a practice, not a race. Start small. Choose one thing to work on today. The world needs people who can stay calm in the chaos. You have the power inside you. It is time to use it. Your future self is waiting for you on the other side of this choice. Take that first step today. Keep going until the journey becomes who you are.